Alrighty, hi guys, day number 5 of Kraków. It's almost the end of our trip, only 2 days left. It's day number 5. It is the 3rd of February. This day we had breakfast at home and we got ready to go to the salt mines. Now, we had a booking at 10, so we decided to go on time to be there like 15 minutes in advance, which is something that they ask, to be there like 30 to 15 minutes in advance, which we did. But then there was like a little problem. They couldn't find our booking and we actually had to wait until 11, which was fine, honestly. We were okay with that, just like took away a little bit of the things that we still wanted to do afterwards, but it's fine. We were okay with it, mainly. We're okay. We did like stroll around the city a little bit where the salt mines are. It's a little city, but it was still snowing in Poland, so it made it extra cute because we can now see like woods covered in snow, which was so pretty. We loved walking around there, just like seeing the snow and kind of seeing like a white carpet all over Poland. Was just like quite cozy and quite comfy to walk around. Then we finally entered the mines and I just don't have any words on how to explain. We were quite a big group, but we had an amazing tour guide who took us through the mines. Now the mines are obviously quite narrow and quite small, but nevertheless super pretty. Once again, it was quite like interactive. Like for example, there was a statue that was lit on fire to like show us how they made fire in the mines. There were like statues that like showed us how the horses got inside and how the people did their work. It was so cool because the mines itself were super pretty. Something to keep in mind though is that there are like loads of stairs in the mines, so you only go downstairs, but you do like 100 steps of stairs, so that is a lot. So that is something to definitely keep in mind when you go and visit the mines, is that you have to do a lot of stairs. Something that was super cute for children is that they actually recreated a scene of Snow White and the dwarfs. So I will show you the picture. It was for children and then they were like working there and it was super cute. It was like a little bit of Disney inside the mines, which I thought was so cool. There was like this area inside the mines that was actually used to do weddings and it was so stunning. I think it was like a chapel inside of the mines and the lights on the ceiling as well, like it was such a stunning place. I already like imagined myself getting married there. I don't even want to get married, but if I can get married out there, I will definitely get married. Like I will. It's so stunning, so stunning. There is still like water in the mines, which we could see. Normally you can like walk around on stairs around the water. Due to COVID, that wasn't allowed. We were allowed to like stand on the side of the water, and then they were like playing music from Chopin, which was really cute. Really cool that they were like playing his music whilst like standing like in this mine. It was so cool that they were playing his music. That was like a really cool touch, to be very honest. Something quite cool as well is that the lady like told us that people with like severe COVID were brought through the mines so that they could spend like 3 or 4 hours a day in the mines as like therapy, and they actually got better because the air in the mines is so good, like the air quality is so good. She said like people with asthma, you will probably notice it as well, and it was so true because you felt like you were in a spa. Like the air quality was so good. If you go to Kraków, I highly recommend taking a little bit of time out of your day or your week to go to the salt mines, because it's definitely an experience that you need to like see for yourself. Like the pictures are pretty, but they don't explain how pretty the salt mines were. just walking around there is so magical. You definitely need to. It's a must, it's a must. Salt Mines only was like 2 hours long. We then took the bus to Krakow again to visit the Wawel Castle and the Wawel Hill, which is something that you must do. We first had lunch, which was probably the worst lunch I've ever had in my life. I ordered a pear salad with tofu. I had 4 pieces of pear and 1 piece of tofu, and that was basically it. So it was it was not good, not at all. It was a really bad lunch. My cousin said the exact same thing. We paid too much and it didn't fill us up. Like, it was so horrible. But we then went to the Wawel Hill and the Wawel Castle. A friend of mine said that we really needed to visit the dragon. Now, the history behind the dragon is quite pretty, but the dragon itself, normally, if I understand correctly, it's supposed to be in a dragon's den, but due to COVID we were not allowed to visit it, and now it was just like a statue, and it was not the prettiest. I'm so sorry if I'm offending anyone from Poland, but like, my friend made it seem like the dragon was such a big deal to visit. Obviously, due to history, it is quite a big deal, but the statue itself is not. But yeah, we were walking around. Obviously on the hill you have like a pretty amazing view over Krakow and over the Vistula River, which quite pretty to see. We were kind of bummed out that by the time we were there, snow had kind of like melted, so we didn't have like a snowy view, which is something that we really wanted. But yeah, it's okay, it's okay. Okay, so the Wawel Castle and hill itself is absolutely a dreamy place. We were walking around there and we just did like a whole tour around the castle. We did a whole tour, like just taking pictures and looking at the view, and I felt like I was in a fairy tale. Like, the cathedral and just the castle, they are so pretty. They like come straight out of a fairy tale. Like, the whole area there was so stunning, and we were very lucky because there weren't a lot of people walking around there, so we were like quite alone, and it's just so pretty. I don't know what else to say. We did go inside, which is also quite stunning. We have like this little square surrounded by a beautiful building, like architecturally so stunning. It was quite slippery out there because the snow got wet and it became ice, so quite dangerous, but it was pretty, it was pretty. We did go inside the castle, and now I am a big fan of this castle. The pictures there, the pictures I could take there from of the ceiling, stunning, absolutely gorgeous. Even the ceiling was like completely covered in paintings, which was just like, it was so pretty. Which was quite funny as well, is that we were walking inside the castle and there was an exhibition there of artwork, which was quite funny. My cousin and I, we were both born in Antwerp, and it was an exhibition about Antwerp and a painter from Antwerp. So it was quite funny that we had to go all the way to Poland to actually see artwork from our own country. But yeah, this, honestly, I have to be honest, like, the artwork hanging in the castle, the walls of the castle, the ceiling, it was just all together so pretty. And just the castle itself as well, so stunning. I don't have any words about it. It was just like a fairy tale. I was living a fairy tale. Like, at that moment, I was in a fairy tale. I don't have anything else to say about it. I was in a fairy tale. Okay, so after we visited the castle, we went back home. We didn't do the cathedral because it was already closed, but that's coming tomorrow. After we visited the castle and like the hill, we decided that it was time to go back to the main square of Krakow, because there was a museum that my cousin really wanted to visit of artwork. I did not take any pictures inside because it was so pretty, it was so stunning. There were some high-class paintings, and I think if you want to see them, you need to go yourself. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. We then, by the time we left the museum, it was already like 5:45. We then had dinner at one of the most fancy places in Poland, without doubt, or in Krakow at least. We looked outside, and the funny thing is, my cousin's name is Sarah, and the restaurant was also called Sarah. So we thought, okay, we need to just go check out the menu, and we looked inside and we were like, okay, this is way too fancy for us. But then we looked at the prices, and obviously it's a lot in zloty, but in euros it's not a lot. So we decided to go inside, have a lovely meal, and I mean, I'm at loss at words for how good this meal was. They didn't really make the best mojito, because I ordered mojito, but there wasn't enough alcohol in it, but okay, it was good. But the dinner, I had ravioli, and it is by far the best ravioli I've ever had in my life. It was so good. There's nothing more I can say about it. It was just so good. So good. Like, yes. And then afterwards I had some crème brûlée, because this is what I love, and they actually added lemongrass in it, and I've never had crème brûlée so good in my life. Once again, best thing ever, and it wasn't even for a lot of money, so I mean, we did good. But yeah, that's basically the end of day 5. Day number 5 is finished. We have one more day left, so I will see you tomorrow for day number 6.